30 trips around Circle City Raceway, because race fans, this is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green here at Circle City. Everybody filing off into turns 1 and 2. A couple of drivers up over the cushion. One of them is Kevin Thomas Jr. Keeps it off the concrete, loses a couple of spots. So up front, it will be Setzer leading lap number 1. Justin Grant immediately on the attack, works to the inside. Swanson bounces her off of the cushion, gets the car upset, opens the door for the NOS Energy number 4 to make his way by. He'll take over Silver here. You've got the 19 in the mix as well, along with the 3P of Cummins around to the near side of the racetrack. As Setzer leads, Swanson holds on to second. Justin Grant running in third. Moles, Cummins, your top 5 here as they work onto the back straightaway. Grant again down to the bottom of the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. Leader right through the middle. It'll be Swanson up on the cushion. Swanson riding a little bit of momentum here into tonight. Again, a runner-up finish last Saturday at Lucas Oil Speedway as he was in the hunt and in the fight with Justin Grant all the way to the final lap. Grant right now trying to get by him. Rides in that 3rd spot. Moles running in 4th. Cummins in 5th. KTJ in 6th. Lewis in 7th. Danner, CV, CJ Leary right now your top 10. Top to bottom, pretty even right now. The 5T working down to the inside, vacates the high side, tries the hub of the racetrack over in turns 3 and 4. He'll roll to the bottom right in the tire tracks here later in the entry. Turn number 1 takes it low all the way to the exit. Has a run this time into turns 3 and 4. Battle for the race lead. It's the 5 and 5 show. Here comes the 5T across the 5G. Setzer back down to his inside, holds on to it. Gunnar Setzer, smart move through turns 3 and 4, takes it back up into the race lead, but Swanson finds a grip on the outside, and he's got it. Jake Swanson fires up into the race lead here in the 5T. The 5G trying to come back after the inside. Swanson going to come around to officially lead. Takes over with 7 laps in the books. Setzer back to second. Grant running in 3rd. Kevin Thomas Jr. in the meantime back up into the 4th spot. Mitchell Mole's going to run in 5th. Kyle Cummins getting shuffled back to 6th. Briggs Danner. Oh, look out, problems. Caution. Your leader. The rear end bouncing cattywampus on the number 5. Looks like it has snapped. Get a look at the replay here as he works off at turn number 4. Finds the cushion and the axle just snaps. Ooh, Justin Grant coming in. Hop on the left side of the 5T as well. Setzer takes over in the 5. Brings us back to green. 23 laps remain. Question is, can the Columbus, Indiana driver lead the distance here? He's got a trio of veterans coming after him. Kevin Thomas Jr., the first one down to the bottom, trying to take it away. Here comes Justin Grant now to the inside. Grant up across the racetrack. Caution now, red. We got one upside down. Right as Justin Grant shot into the lead, red lights come on. We've got him tangled at the exit of turn number 4. Get a replay here on the Flow Racing broadcast. From the speed shot, coming up across the racetrack, trying to throw a slide on the 4. It looked like he just didn't quite get there fast enough. 23 laps remain. We're back after it. Setzer protecting down to the bottom. Justin Grant going to roll to the outside, gets a run onto the back straightaway. Setzer again down to the inside. 3-car battle going on. 3rd, 4th, 5th, now 4-car battle. Here comes Briggs Danner into the mix. Danner on the high side, going to clear the 57 of Logan Seavey now into that hunt as well. Seavey trying to get in the top 5 here. Danner has moved his way up into the 5th spot. Battle for the race lead coming. Here comes the 4 of Justin Grant trying to get by the 5G of Gunnar Setzer at the line. He'll have it. Justin Grant takes over the top spot. Setzer going to fight back to his inside. The Midwest 2 Mills number 5 not able to keep pace with the NOS Energy number 4 as Grant takes over with 9 laps completed. Setzer once again tries the bottom. No dice, it's Grant. He'll charge the bottom once again. Another good run onto the back straightaway. Able to pull up to the left side of the number 4 a little bit here. They'll go side by side in turns 3 and 4. Who's going to have the advantage this time? It's close. It's Grant. Ooh, Setzer is not done. Grant on the outside. Setzer down to the inside. Mitchell Moles with a run on the high side, trying to get by both of them. Still working at turns 3 and 4. Grant takes the right rear up over the cushion. He's going to thread the needle. Nearly goes 3 wide. Gets back to second as Setzer goes back into the race lead. Gunnar Setzer gets back into the race lead. Grant got her over the cushion. That cost him. Nearly dropped back to 3rd, and now here comes Kevin Thomas Jr. 4-car fight at the front of this one. Setzer leads. Grant coming back after him as KTJ gets it back up to the 3rd spot. Kevin Thomas Jr. back up into 3rd, trying to work to the inside of Setzer, but the outside's running. Justin Grant's back into the race lead. Justin Grant with a good move on the outside through turns 1 and 2. Reed takes it. Setzer back to his inside. Justin Grant coming around to lead lap number 16. So Grant back to the point. Now Moles on the outside going to take over second. Setzer going to get shuffled back to 3rd. Mitchell's not done. Mitchell Moles holds on to second. They're 3 wide for the lead for a moment. Grant got her a little high in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Brings it back under control here. Works to the cushion this time through turns 3 and 4. Brings her a little close to the middle that time at exit. Mitchell Moles still chasing in second. Gunnar Setzer still right there in third. Kevin Thomas Jr., Briggs Danner. Everybody under a blanket here on the back straightaway throughout the top 5. Mitchell Moles going to close back in once again on Justin Grant, trying to contend for the lead. Setzer trying to hold on to third. Briggs Danner trying to take that away from him. Back of the pack starting to come into view here. Grant holds on to the race lead. Mitchell Moles still right there. 2 laps to go this time. Next time at a turn number 4, white flag coming in this one. Grant with a little bit of breathing room here. Ooh, somebody just clobbered the NOS Energy start can. It rolls down to the infield. We stay clean, we stay green. Battle for the second spot. Danner coming after Mitchell Moles. Going to turn it off at the top and down to the bottom as the white flag is out. 1 to go here in Circle City. Off of the high side and onto the back straightaway for the final time. He will work into turns 3 and 4 for the first time at Circle City with the USAC AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship. He is a winner. Justin Grant going to victory lane here in the... As he'll make his way up top, ladies and gentlemen, let him hear it. Your winner, Justin Grant.
And Justin, you had the lead, you lost the lead, and you really had to fight to get the lead back. What did you have to do differently to get your way back up through the field after it got all messed up on you?
I really just needed to settle down and kind of, throughout the race, just like not get cute, just go run the cushion and just try and do a good job of running the cushion. I kept seeing it looked like it was getting cleared off above it, and I kind of searched around and felt like I was better off just doing it pretty vanilla and just trying to run the cushion. But this NOS Energy Drink Top Motorsports MPV Logistics number 4 has just been it's been so good lately, and it's been a ton of fun. We usually dread coming to Circle City. I didn't think we'd ever win a race here, and but we kind of found some things earlier this year here, and then at IMS we were really good, and I felt like it's a really similar surface to here, and so just we were actually we were talking, we were like, I'm actually kind of excited to go to Circle City for once, but no, it was car was awesome. Race was good once it got going. It was a little brutal there in the middle stretch, but just thanks to Kevin Birchmeyer, Jeff Walker, Nick Mansker, Lauren Albano, Mike with MPV, just everybody, Buck with Pro Source, John with Indy Custom Stone, everybody at AMSOIL, all the people at FK Shocks, Maxim Chassis, Kistler Race Engines, everybody that supports us and makes it possible for us to be out here racing, and it's awesome. I'm pumped to win here. It was a little. I was able to get out of my cast this week, and I thought my foot wasn't hurting, but once I got it out of the cast, it hurts again. So that's been fun, but felt like this would have been tough in the cast. I was some of that when I could be 75% in the brake pedal and 100% in the throttle pedal, smashing around Kokomo, I could do that, but some of that being 20% in both of them was really, really hard for me, which I had to do a lot of tonight. So feels good to win here going into Eldora, knowing that I can kind of do some of the foot stuff that I want to do. Awesome night. Thanks to all the fans for coming out, and looking forward to going to HubSpot tomorrow.
Well, speaking of fun, the racetrack really interesting the way that it kind of shelved off in both of the corners and created an extra lane up over the cushion. How difficult was it to want to try and run that, but to ultimately avoid it?
Yeah, well, I know, like, anytime there's like a lane above it, Jeff Walker's standing over there in the pit stands, go above it, buddy. And so I thought I'd give it a try, and I was kind of doing it down there in that little bit of a slick groove, and then I got down here, and I felt like, man, I felt like I was making better speed, but then I was getting more pressure from Mitchell, and I was able to see the board there and could see that I wasn't really getting away from him. And then when I just got back to just kind of slipping in and running the curb nice, they got the camera back off me, so I figured we must have been all right. But the laps I'd burn down in, I could drive this thing a lot harder than I realized I could. Like, I would burn it. I'd get a good run off of 4, and I'd burn down into 1, and I thought, oh boy, I've overshot it here. I'm gonna crash, and it'd rip right through there, and really the more pedal I was able to run at it, the more stable it got, and car was incredible.
A meaningful win indeed for Justin Grant. He picks up the Ashley Albertson tribute race here at Circle City. The friends and family of Ashley Albertson going to present some really cool hardware here for Justin Grant and going to get him his trophies all set up. Again, that's the friends and family of Ashley Albertson, responsible for giving all of that hardware out to tonight's Ashley Albertson tribute winner at Circle City Raceway. Let's get it over to Drake.